If not Mojtaba Khamenei, and not President Pezeshkian, then who is truly calling the shots in Iran as the war intensifies? Has the IRGC now taken de facto control of the government, even as divisions appear to be emerging within Mojtaba's inner circle? Revelations suggest the Revolutionary Guards may have sidelined President Pezeshkian, even as Iran positions itself to consolidate what it sees as gains from the conflict. And the mystery only deepens further, as reports indicate Pezeshkian may not even have direct access to Mojtaba Khamenei at this critical juncture. Tensions have reached an unprecedented level between the Pezeshkian administration and Iran's elite military establishment amid the ongoing conflict. The Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps has reportedly assumed greater control over key state functions as the war with the United States and Israel continues. According to Iran International, the Pezeshkian government is currently facing what has been described as a complete political deadlock. Reports indicate that the IRGC blocked the president's attempt to appoint a new intelligence minister during this period of instability. It is also alleged that IRGC chief Ahmed Vahidi intervened to prevent the replacement of the slain intelligence minister Esmail Khatib. The Revolutionary Guards are further reported to have demanded influence over critical leadership appointments across the system. Sources claim that President Pezeshkian's request to meet Supreme Leader Mojtaba Khamenei was also denied under these circumstances. It is additionally reported that the IRGC has established a tight security perimeter around Mojtaba Khamenei amid rising tensions. Amid these developments, a division is said to have emerged within the office of the Supreme Leader itself. Ali Asghar Hijazi, a senior figure within the establishment, is reported to have opposed Mojtaba Khamenei's potential elevation. Hijazi is said to have warned that the IRGC could consolidate excessive control if Mojtaba assumes leadership. In response, the Revolutionary Guards are reportedly seeking to remove Hijazi from his current position. At the same time, members of the Iranian president's inner circle are reportedly pushing back against the growing influence of the IRGC. Pezeshkian aide Hamid Reza Tabatabai reportedly described elements within the IRGC as second-tier figures in internal discussions. Tabatabai also claimed that Masoud Pezeshkian had been denied the opportunity to fully express his views on key decisions. Meanwhile, Pezeshkian's son Youssef suggested that Iran should prioritize securing guarantees rather than pursuing total war and widespread destruction. Even as the war passes the one-month mark, Iran's new supreme leader Mojtaba Khamenei has still not appeared in public, fueling intense speculation about his condition and grip on power. Amid mounting questions over Mojtaba's health and whereabouts, Russia has stepped in with a major claim that directly addresses the rumors swirling around Tehran and Moscow. President Vladimir Putin's envoy to Iran publicly moved to clear the air, responding to chatter that Mojtaba had secretly flown to Russia for treatment and protection. Earlier media reports had suggested Mojtaba was taken to Moscow after suffering serious injuries, allegedly at Putin's personal invitation, for advanced medical care. Mojtaba was reportedly wounded in the joint US-Israeli strikes on February 28 that killed his father, Ali Khamenei, during the opening salvos of the war. The Russian envoy has now clarified that Mojtaba remains in Iran, not Moscow, according to reports published on March 31 that sought to dispel the relocation rumors. He told local media it was understandable that Mojtaba has not been seen in public, hinting at both security concerns and possible injury-related limitations. Mojtaba formally replaced his father Ali Khamenei as Iran's supreme leader on March 8, but has so far issued only written or relayed messages rather than appearing on camera. Meanwhile, the US president has publicly floated the possibility that Mojtaba Khamenei may have been killed or is close to death in the war, even as intelligence and Russian statements say he is still alive.
I think we'll make a deal with them, pretty sure. Whether it's possible, we won't. But we've had regime change, if you look already, because the one regime was decimated, destroyed, they're all dead. The next regime is mostly dead. And the third regime, we're dealing with different people than anybody's dealt with before. It's a whole different group of people. So I would consider that regime change. And frankly, they've been very reasonable. So I think we've had regime change. We can't do much better than that. The regime that was really bad, really evil was the first one that was done. The second was appointed, and they're gone. They're all dead, other than one who may have a little life in him. And then they're really in the third group. And the third group of people that seem to be much more reasonable. It truly is regime change.
Tehran has firmly rejected Donald Trump's suggestion that Mojtaba Khamenei may be dead, dismissing his comments as speculation and part of a broader psychological warfare campaign. Meanwhile, intelligence agencies including the CIA and Israel's Mossad are still actively trying to track Mojtaba, poring over every signal and message for clues about whether he is alive, wounded, or fully in control in Tehran.
$25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that we will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest news makers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the U.S. will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry ghats.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HD videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.